Hey guys, welcome back. So for today's video, I'm finally doing my eyebrow routine. These eyebrows are not very easy to do, and they're still not perfect. And I know people tend to get very I don't really know what's the word, but people just tend to get a little mean when it comes to eyebrows. So let's all just remember they're just eyebrows. I know they're very important. They help frame your face. I mean, I look completely different with eyebrows versus without them, but at the same time, it's just makeup and there's no reason to get upset over makeup. So with that little disclaimer, as you guys can tell, I don't really go for a natural brow, although I wish I did. If I had fuller, thicker eyebrows, I would totally rock the more natural feathery eyebrow. I am working on growing them back, but it is taking a while. I've been using castor oil, coconut oil, so if you guys have any tips on what to do to help grow your eyebrows back, just let me know in the comments down below. Even when I was younger, before over plucking, I never really had really thick eyebrows, so I'm not really expecting miracles here. I just want to grow back in all the bald areas, so at least I have like some hair in there, you know? So I'm just going to take you through my full eyebrow routine. So I'm going to go through the products really quickly and the tools that I like to use and what I would recommend. So there have been some changes in my collection and the products that I've been using. I have decided to finally switch over to cruelty-free makeup. I did get rid of, I would say, 80% of makeup that I have in my collection that is not cruelty-free. Since doing that, I have had to let go of a couple of my favorite products. I have gone back to my NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Most of you know, especially those of you who use cruelty-free makeup, NYX's parent company does test on animals, but NYX themselves is still cruelty-free, so I have still chosen to continue using NYX products. I used it for at least a year, however long it's been since they released it. This one is in the color Chocolate, and this one is a lot warmer compared to Brunette that I was using before, and I think it goes along with my hair a lot better as well because the Brunette was a little bit more ashy. Another great alternative is the ColourPop brow pencils. I think I've only done my brows maybe a couple times with them, but again, very similar to something like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It is a fine tip pencil with a spoolie at the end. However, I find that the pencil itself is a lot more creamy, it's less waxy, and it's just a little tiny bit thicker than the NYX brow pencil or the Brow Wiz. But still, this product is only $5. I'm still kind of getting used to the pencil itself, but it is very long wearing and they have a lot of colors to choose from. I forgot to mention that I did start off with this video with just a little bit of clear brow gel. It makes it easier to fill them in when I'm using a pencil. And all the rest here I have to mention are tinted eyebrow gels. One of the ones here is by Essence, and I believe Essence is cruelty free. I'm kind of getting mixed reviews about this brand, so if this is not cruelty free, please let me know in the comments down below. But it is a dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow. This one is called Make Me Brow. They only have two shades. They have this one in number 2 Brownie Browns, and they have one which is a blonde color, like it's more of like a taupe color. It's very similar to the Gimme Brow because it has that really small applicator and it has these little fibers in it, so that's really going to help thicken and plump up your eyebrows. The one I chose to go with today and I have been using is this one from Anastasia. It is their tinted eyebrow gel in Brunette, and this I think adds a nice bit of warmth to my eyebrows. That's what I have in right now. It definitely gives you a very strong hold, so keep that in mind, but I've been loving this product. It is a little bit expensive, but have a lot of color options to choose from. And another one I had been liking is this one by NYX. This is just their tinted brow mascara in the color Brunette. This one I would say is a little bit more neutral. It's not quite as warm, but it's not completely ashy. I have a wand, I guess, somewhat similar to the Anastasia one, just smaller and skinnier. It doesn't really have like fibers in it. This is really just going to help tint and hold your eyebrows into place. I do like to finish things off cleaning up with a concealer. Anyone I think with like a little doe foot applicator is going to be really easy because you could just go straight in with the product or use a small detail brush, which is what I prefer to use. This one is by Real Techniques and it's just called their detailer brush. As you can see, it's very, very small, so it's perfect for kind of cleaning up the bottom of your brow and just kind of helping even things out, because a lot of the times one eyebrow will be like way up here, this one's like way down here, so it just kind of helps balance things out a little bit. And to help blend that out, because you don't want to leave that harsh line underneath your eyebrow, it's just any type of brush really. This one is from BH and it's like a little angled brush. I just used it to kind of feather out that harsh line that the concealer leaves. I just want to throw it out there of what tools I like to use first. That way you guys can get an idea of what I like to use. So that is it. Let's go to my naked eyebrows. Okay, so for this brow, you're gonna notice right there, kind of underneath the arch, is the area that I'm kind of lacking the most hair. So that's where we're gonna start off. I always like to start off at the bottom, just filling that part in, because that's gonna kind of be the base for my eyebrow, and I'll kind of work off from there. Whatever works easier for you. Some people work better towards the front. I work better filling in towards the back and working my way up towards the front. So now that we have that line down, I'm gonna start working and creating hair-like strokes. So as you notice, my hair grows downward, following the pattern of my natural hair. So I'm just drawing them down, working my way towards the tip of my brow. So once you have the entire second half of the brow done, that's when I like to work towards the front. And as you can see, I have a very little to no hair towards the front of my brow. So I am going to create hair-like strokes, but this time drawing them straight up, like how your hair would naturally grow. Then once you have those hairs at the front of the brow, you just want to connect the two. And I do have I would say that's probably where my brow is the thickest, so I just kind of fill it in and make it look as natural as possible, even though this isn't. This is totally not a natural brow. As you can see, but just doing that completely helps frame my face a lot better and just makes it look overall just a lot better. So I don't like to go in with any other product until finishing my other brow. So we're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing, and I'll show you how I come in and clean everything up and set it all in place. So the way I have found it to be easier for me is when I'm starting off my second brow is working my way towards the front. That kind of gives me a guide of where they begin and where they should end. I don't know, whatever works easier for you, but for me, I like drawing on the hairs towards the front of my brow and working my way towards the back. So once you have the front of the brow looking somewhat even with the other one, we're going to start to move on to the rest of the brow. So I do the same thing and create a harsh line at the bottom, and that's going to kind of be the base and foundation for the eyebrow. Again, my eyebrow hairs do naturally grow downwards, so I'm going to start to create hair-like strokes following the natural pattern of my hair and just filling it in. Same thing, filling in the arch and working my way towards the tip of the eyebrow. Now that you have all of that filled in, we're going to kind of merge the two together, like the front and the tip of the brow. Now as you can see, they are not completely symmetrical, so that's where I like to go in with a concealer and a small detail brush. You can just use the wand of your concealer if you don't have a detail brush as well. Just make sure you rub off as much product as you can off the applicator before going into your eyebrow, because you're gonna just want to use very little product. And this is where I like to go in and really just kind of help even things out, fix any mistakes, and it's really going to help sharpen that up and clean it up and give you a nice polished look. I don't like to carve my entire brow only because they're already pretty much completely drawn in, and that just kind of adds to it. Now I do like to go in with this small little angled brush, and I'm just going to use that to kind of feather down that harsh line the concealer made. This is why normally I don't like to do my eyeshadows first, because this will kind of mess up any of that blending, and that kind of makes like a nice brow bone highlight as well. So now that the brows are on, pretty much done, we're just going to stop there. They are not perfect at all. They're not even really even, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to put the pencil down and move on. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to go ahead and set them into place with the ANASTASIA brow gel. This is the tinted brow gel in brunette, and this does add a little bit of warmth to my brows, which I like. I feel like it matches my hair a little bit better. And if you have like very hairy full eyebrows, it's going to be a great product for you. You probably don't even really need to use as much pencil. The reason I like this is because it just kind of tints the color and it fills in any gaps without me having to go back in with the pencil and make them really harsh. So this kind of just kind of blends everything together. Alright, and that is basically how I do my brows. Not perfect, but oh well. I hope this video was somewhat helpful for you. This is basically what I do every day when I do like a full face of makeup, or I will just use the eyebrow pencil alone. But yeah, sometimes, like I said, you just gotta drop everything and just let it go. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Oh.